thinking this is how we come onto the highway. So I think we come up this ramp, which is a long way, but apparently in order for me to get a bed for tonight, I need to be there at a certain time. So I'm about to find out if this is the right way to get to the highway. You know what I mean? Never been to New Orleans. Oh, there we go. It's like I'm there now. Good morning, New Orleans. What's up, world? It's me, Brandon. It's my first morning. It's 6 o'clock. First morning in New Orleans. And I got a couple things I need to do today. I gotta go find this UPS drop-off point, sort of get a visual on it, so I can get my boots, my tent, so that I'll know where I'm at. Then I gotta find this Circle K up here somewhere to get me some coffee, and a dollar store to get me some energy drink. And that's sort of my routine. To be honest, everything's so huge, I don't know if I want to stay or if I want to move on. I feel like I need to apply for a job somewhere while I'm here, because I got 10 days at this homeless shelter that I found. Check them out, you guys. I posted their information in the on my page, the Ozahan Inn or something like that. It seemed to be great. It seemed to be amazing. Very simple. Intake process was simple. Asked you a bunch of personal questions, and you got somewhere to sleep at night. You only can do it for a couple times. You can only do it a couple times a year, though. You know, it's not like permanent residence. It's not like permanent housing. You can definitely stay a couple nights. So that's what I'm doing this morning. And if you look, it's kind of overcast, really bad. And it rained all night. I hope it's over though. Anyway, you guys stay fresh, stay strong, stay positive. Amen. So I gotta be honest. If I didn't want to go to Los Angeles so bad, I would highly consider applying for a job here. Simply because, I mean, look around. This place is like a neighborhood. You got people taking it. Well, it's gonna be difficult to take care of their body when they're running through. Good morning, sir. And a lot of energy here. But I realize now I have to walk like what feels like 3 miles maybe to get my morning espresso. But that's what I want, so I'm gonna go get it. So I sort of got my day planned, because I gotta wait till Sunday, as I mentioned before. So I don't even know if they're open on Sundays. Might be Monday, but whatever, you know. Sometimes you gotta stop. Sometimes you just gotta. And none of these roads have signs. Well, there we go. I didn't see where there's 2 back there, didn't, or 3 back there, didn't. Yeah, so this is like, I had a guy tell me, he says that if I go to the French quarters, I can probably find somebody who would be interested in my campaign, you know. So I thought it's interesting. I could think about that. But I don't know if I want to walk any further. I don't know if I want to walk any further with these tennis shoes on. I feel like if I had those boots, it'd be different, but. And now I realize that ain't even a big deal if they get wet. I just wait. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I'll talk to you whenever I get to the coffee shop. Okay, so check this out. This morning, we're in downtown New Orleans, literally. That way is uptown. This is downtown. And it goes for miles in every direction. But this morning, we have a bit of objective as we wait. So we're here at the Family Dollar, downtown New Orleans. This morning we got to get right. We got to get some vitamins. Need to pick up a few supplies. I'm pretty sure what I need in there. It's vitamins for sure. And then we're gonna head across town to pick up some sunglasses because, excuse me, I need sunglasses. And even though it may be gigantic, it is not. Hey, look, the trolley. I've only heard about these things on TV. So we gotta go all the way across town again to pick up some sunglasses because I need some sunglasses. And the only ones I can afford is way on the other side of town at the Dollar Tree. All those are like $8, $10. I can't afford that. Yeah, I know, right? $10. You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to get this business started. I'm hoping that the world would actually see, hey, it's an affiliate marketer. Let's purchase stuff. So anyway, we gotta go across town. I gotta get some sunglasses, and then I gotta come all the way back this way, so it's like a big triangle. Come here to get what I need is what I sort of mapped out last night. I come here to get what I need. I go back that way to get my sunglasses, and then I go back that way to the library, and then I return to my bed. Thank God, you guys, that mission is amazing. I've been so inspired by that mission, and I shared the link. And that mission takes in people off the street. It takes in people who need a bed at night. It takes in people who, I think they give away clothes. I think they provide food a couple times a day or something. I don't know exactly how it works. But I'm truly inspired. Redemption. You know, I'm thinking, okay, I want that for redemption. And it's a godly organization. And you just, I just said it before, but I'll say it again. I just caught them. And man, that's a blessing. God Almighty, a blessing. Because it's just amazing how simple it was. Just amazing how true it is. It's like, oh, ID, bunch of questions. Here's this piece of paper that says you're here. Emergency contact. Boom. Breakfast and dinner. But you can't stay in the day though. You gotta leave. And that makes sense. You know, they got like, I don't know, several hundred beds back there. Absolutely incredible. I'm so inspired. If I could build one of those for redemption and turn it into a sort of a religious, spiritual, godly centered approach to taking care of people, it's amazing. And the founder of it, they said something cool that was inspiring, talking about how we need to take care of the homeless and stuff. And they give you a change of clothes, like pajamas to sleep in. They give you soap and a towel for a shower. And apparently, everybody must take a shower. So eventually, I'm going to be looking for a laundromat too. because I'm running low on clean clothes. What else? Food. Two simple meals, nothing major, but like a simple breakfast, simple dinner, and a bed. It's incredible. It literally is amazing. I like it. I'm kind of jealous because I didn't think of that, you know? So that's what we're doing today. Downtown New Orleans. I was thinking about what I'm going to do next. And so my boots, everything is supposed to be, my boots and tent is supposed to be delivered on Sunday. I don't even know if the store is open on Sunday. But if there's like a thing they do, where employees do things on Sundays, I don't know. So then I will be on Monday, pick the stuff. That's the idea. If it's delivered on Sunday, I pick it up on Monday, and I'll have one day left. Oh no, I have a few days left because I got here on, yesterday was my second day. Today is, let me do some math real quick. So today is, what is today? Today is Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, wait. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that Monday will be, including today, will be my 8th day. So then I have 2 days left to get my mind right, but I can just go to sleep, rest up, and refresh up the next morning with boots and clean clothes, clean socks. And I think I'm going to move on. I'm going to head toward Texas, the big state of Texas. I mean, this place is great. This place is a lot to process. I mean, everywhere I turn to, there's always a sign that says now hiring, need employment. It's just everywhere. There's construction, there's people, there's opportunities. There's a lot of work for the mission, But even though I was attracted to being here, I felt like my heart belonged here. I just realized that it's the overwhelming excitement of all the possibilities. But there's one thing I do know. Los Angeles is about, I don't know how many, but I think it's larger than this. So it's like a whole different world, apparently, Los Angeles. So that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing for the week. And now I gotta sort of get my mind settled so I can think about, I gotta wait for this place to open too. Get my mind sort of structured so I can think about laundry, because I'm gonna have to do laundry probably tomorrow. If I don't do laundry, I'm just gonna be taking a shower and putting on dirty clothes. I mean, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it, but whatever. I can't even lie to you. I kind of missed the overpass. The overpass, there was certainty, There's certainty at the overpass. Anyway. That's what I'm doing. I might walk around real quick. Try to get my mind right before I move on. Wait for this dollar store to open. Isn't that an interesting looking dollar store? We didn't have one of these in Georgia. Can't see through none of the windows. I don't know if it's a 2-story or if it's something else up there, but ignorant. So that's the plan. That's what's going to be happening. Guys, have a good morning. For anybody out there who needs a place to stay, homelessness for certain. Stay strong. I'm working on my organization, and I don't know where I can put mine at. I guess because ain't nobody gonna ever be in the facility like in Shirley County, you know. But if there is, I guess the next biggest city would be Dublin. So, you know, that could be cool, you know, it could be an opportunity. But I would need funders, you know, donors and stuff. Not unless I can become like a professional trader who makes a ton of money, then I can do it on my own. But without friends, without people of the world, without community who knows what I want nothing ever happen. It goes for you too. And I've said it once, but I'll say it again. For anybody growing up in poverty, with no money, no college, and you know that you're not going to be able to go to college, and you know you're not going to be able to afford a car, and you know you ain't going to be able to afford the insurance, and you know you ain't going to be able to do nothing, there's only one choice. You need to go to the military. You need to run to the United States government, and you need to say, God, please help me. I'm telling you, you think you might win the lottery, you think something might happen, you think this, you think that, you think possibilities, you think you might be able to get a good job, ain't nothing gonna happen. I mean, I'm not saying lose hope, but what I'm saying is be conscious, be honest with yourself. Don't be a fool. You know what I'm saying? Because out here, you'll be staying at my suite. Anyway, y'all have a good morning. God bless you, and be nice. What y'all think? I ain't going all the way across town. I paid the extra $4.50 or $3.50 for these. These are like $5 essentials. There's different variations or different levels of prices, so I was like, give me the $5 ones, you know. So anyway, so yeah, I ain't going all the way across the county, all the way across the city. I'm going straight that way. I'm going to the library. I might go get some lunch. I don't know how I feel about lunch. I have an MRE in my backpack, and that's just kind of, it needs, you know, it's really hearty, put it that way. And I didn't eat lunch yesterday. I mean, I didn't eat dinner yesterday, but I had a sandwich, a double cheeseburger, and an apple pie from McDonald's. It was good. So that was plenty, you know. So now I got an MRE, which would be plenty healthy, you know, very healthy. Some pasta, some sauce, and I think I even got a piece of bread, you know. It's like a poppy seed cake, you know. I already mentioned it. So anyway, so I think I might have that today for lunch, and then that's it. You know, I'll be doing work. I gotta do a thing for an ad. I try to sell some cat food or something today. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I ain't gotta go way over there now. I'm gonna go waiting for them boots, man, because I cannot walk in these things. Can't walk down the interstate in these. I need like a rugged boot, you know, like a boot, son. And every little rock I step on, man, God, hurts. Hurts very bad. I'm gonna see if I can sneak across this here way. So for those my first time in New Orleans. That's a big old building right there now. Look how big that thing is. That thing is solid concrete. You know what I mean? If I can get across this road. Somehow, some way that light's still red. That light's still red. Sweet. Alright, that's it for that one. Alright, guys, I'm going to the library. I'll see y'all later. So what's up, New Orleans? So I was doing some thinking, and this would be a pretty cool place, especially if I had funds. Or so if anybody sees this dog, you guys let them know, man. You know how it is when you lose a pet. So yeah, so I kind of like the vibe of the city. I like New Orleans, man. It's just, some of these houses here are like, reminds me of popcorn and TV, dinner dates, and video games on vacation. You know what I mean? It's weird. I think it's because of the age, the architecture, you know, the architectural details. Library's right there, you know. It's one of the vibes of living in the city, you know. It's everything you need in one area. You just walk. But you know, it's unfortunate that it's all like a big dream, you know. Unless I can figure out a way to convince the world that I'm worthy of money. It's worthy of money for some reason, you know, and it's difficult to get the attention of the world. Without the attention of the world, man, I mean, some people just sort of land right in it, you know. It's like you see, I mean, you already know, same thing I talk about. Some people just lands right in it. Kids get grounded, kids get all kind of toys, kids get grounded, kids get college, kids get grounded, and then kids get all this money, you know, and then it just has this, or kids get this business, or kids start a business, and then boom, you know, this, you know, it's just amazing the way things work. Some people get things, and other people has a sense of value just different than those that has it all, you know, like a nice car, for example, or a nice house here in New Orleans, downtown, literally. No, well, it's uptown's over there, downtown's over there, according to the signs. Yeah, it's amazing. It just takes so much money to have a life, you know, that's fulfilling. You know, I hate to be all downer, but you hear people say, oh, it's all about perspective, you know, it's all about being positive. I agree. But let's face it, I'm sure everybody, including God, would agree with me. If you ain't got money, or if you ain't got a successful business, or if you ain't got a job and a place to go, I'm doing good, thank you. If you ain't got a job and a place to go, everything seems to be not positive, and not productive. You know what I'm saying? And you know it's strange though too, because statistically I should be a part of the rich, because if you look around, you know, I mean, I'm confident, I'm smart, I'm white, you know, I'm clean, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm intellectual, I'm spiritual, and some of these cities are so big, man, so big. There's so much money floating around. It's like something ain't right, you know. There's something's not right. And whenever I'm in a city like this, a big city, or like a downtown area with people and nice homes, it's for some reason, it's just like, what's happening? You know, they say that money's a frequency. Yeah, money's a frequency. But if you don't do something to earn it, God ain't gonna give you no money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now, don't be foolish. People say, I heard a man one time say, God got all the money. He the one give it to you. I'm like, well, come on now. You can have faith that God gonna give you some money, but you don't go out there and work for it, you ain't gonna get nothing. Let's not be, let's not be crazy now. Let's not be ignorant to the fact that, we can have all the faith in the world, but if we don't work for it, if we don't find something that people will give us money for, then we'll never have it, Product or service, pretty much. So anyway, that's how I feel. Product or service. I gotta figure out a way to get money. I sure like that government though. The way they import that medical industry. I hate to say the words, because that's the only thing, the sure thing that I spiritually agree with. There's some things I don't spiritually agree with, but the medical industry, the sort of the drug industry of the world, I agree with that pretty good. Hey, good afternoon. I kind of agree with it. A lot of stuff I don't. I agree with working hard too, but I don't agree with 15, 16 hours a day. I just don't agree with this. It doesn't make any sense. Working so long, so hard, every day, in hopes that we can pay the bill. Something ain't right, man. I gotta get this thing right. I just can't figure it out for some reason. Some people got so much money for something so simple, I hate to be the type to always talk about money, but because if I did have money, I would probably still be trying to do something like this. Because this is kind of fun. Without money, man. I gotta figure it out. So I gotta go do some brainstorming, and I gotta think, how can I get money? How can I make money? How, better yet, to the Christians that are watching, how mustest thou convinceth the Lordeth to give us some money? You know what I'm saying? Without being blasphemous. How can I convince God to give me some money, right? Go out and work for it. Yeah, I'll see y'all later, man, because I look around, man, I don't want to leave, But I know there's other places that are just as good, There's a whole life here, probably. There's women. There's a partner. There's jobs. There's plenty of economy. There's plenty of rehabilitation. There's all kinds of stuff. But one of my moments downtown. One day I'm going to be doing this in Los Angeles metropolis. Then I might take that train all the way to New York. Guys, have a good afternoon. Good morning again, world, and New Orleans. So I'm in New Orleans, going downtown. Yesterday, everything worked out just as I planned, except I didn't have to go all the way across town to get sunglasses, as I mentioned it. But I was thinking about the content. It's the same thing. I mentioned it 100 times before, but I got to figure out how to capture my life in these small segments or eventful segments, and then put it all together and make a post. Because right now everything is just so uncertain that I can't really have a schedule. So that, hey, Last week I was in Montgomery, Alabama. This week I'm in New Orleans. I wonder where I'm going to be next week. Well, the week after next week. I got to wait for my boots. So I'm interested in that. But you guys, I mentioned it before. Okay, today, I got a place to live today. At the Ozan I'm in. It's amazing. If you ever come to New Orleans and need a place to stay, that's all I know. Thank God for people like that. Oh, look. NOPD. Riding around. I wonder if they're hiring. I'd work too. I don't know how they'd feel though about no college and stuff, but in Georgia. Anyway, what was I thinking? I gotta do laundry today. Laundry. I gotta get some coffee, and then there's a place right over here I heard about yesterday called the Rebuild Center. I'm going to explore it today, and probably going to go to the library as well. I'll see y'all later.